Hi Pisces, welcome back to the channel. This is your love reading. So thanks so much for being here. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, so now we're gonna take a look. Happy Halloween, everybody. Ooh, okay, so Pisces, you guys have a fated new beginning. Right now, you're stepping into good fortune. Okay? Right now, everything is moving forward in your love life or in your love connection. All delays are out of the way, and now things can move forward. So the delay that was out of the way was a fake connection, okay? It was forging a connection ahead with somebody or in some way that was not fully authentic or wasn't fully your decision. A lot of you guys were dealing with jealousy, okay? And this was blocking an expansion from taking place in your life. And now that somebody in your life, somebody has removed a block from expansion and partnering up, now all the delays are moving forward. And it's moving forward when it comes to plans, communication, and action, Pisces. And also when it comes to happiness and everything working out perfectly. I'm looking at these cards as you guys look at them. So this is amazing. You guys have an amazing, it's not even a new beginning. It's like a fresh start, whole new phase in your love life. That is, you have an amazing opportunity coming along with it. You have an amazingly rare and unique, but yet so fortunate opportunity with this. And the reason why this is happening right now in your love life is because an event has taken place, some sort of tsunami. I'm hearing hurricane, tsunami, a natural disaster. Okay. And a natural disaster moved things along in your love life because somebody in your love connection, perhaps if you're dealing with a fire sign, this person reconnected with their inner child or they sent you a message and now they're excited about love. They're excited. Perhaps this person had a partnership. They had some sort of dealing that they were working on that was draining their energy, right? They didn't want to deal with it. They were just kind of dealing with it. Or perhaps there seems to be like a friend. Perhaps there was a partnership, an alliance on this person's side even that was sexual, that now that this person, now that a natural disaster has happened, right? You can now be together. Now that a natural disaster has happened, you can now embrace a new spark. Oof. A lot of you guys are also coming away from fake connections, okay? I feel like you got a message about something devastating that happened to somebody else, but that brought you positive energy and that puts you right in your power, okay? Because I feel like whatever this was vindication and validation for you. I can't believe it. You got good blessings and good fortune. Spirit is moving your love life along. Spirit's bringing in new things, okay? That's what Spirit's bringing in a Gemini, perhaps, that really loves you. And Spirit's also bringing in a Cancer, a Scorpio, or even a Pisces that really loves you as well. Wow, Pisces. They're bringing in a Gemini that's upright, a Gemini that's 100%. Okay, this is a Gemini that they're very rare. Please respect this type of Gemini, okay? This Gemini is in their heart. They're 100%. They feel a soulmate connection with you. Oh my God. They feel it. They could never shake you. This person fought for you through the ethers, I feel like there was a lot of people vying for your love, ethereally, like spiritually, even people who were kind of karmic. These karmic dudes, they don't understand spirit, but, perhaps even the Gemini does. But these karmic dudes, they were vying for your attention, okay? And, the Gemini won out. I also feel like some of you guys are dealing with a fire sign man. This fire sign man is working accordingly. Oof. But this fire sign man is working on going through a transformation. He doesn't really want to, but he's embracing it. This person, you got a fire sign man in your life that doesn't want to lose you. This might be an older fire sign. The Gemini, he might be a little bit younger, or he might be young. He might deal in younger things or like have a younger job. He might even ride a motorcycle or something like that. Okay, because he seems like even if he's older, he rides. You know what I'm saying? And then you got a fire sign here. This man here. He's dropping his two faces if he ever had one, but I don't even think this person has one. I think he just works a lot, okay? And he's going through a transformation where he's cutting something out He's cutting something out as you cut something out, okay? Especially if you're an air sign, you have air in your chart, okay? He's also cutting out an air sign, Pisces, all right? He's cutting out an air sign that refuses to surrender. This is an air sign that is blocking spiritual enlightenment. This air sign is trying to stop him from surrendering to being with you. This air sign, though, this is somebody who is protective over this person. Ooh. This is somebody who they protect them, or this person protects this air sign, okay? And this air sign also introspects as well. So this is somebody who, you know, for some of you guys, if you have air in your chart, your person, they're moving towards being more with you emotionally, but perhaps they need to deal with it, a mental block. And it's as you're dealing with this mental block that you refuse to surrender to when it comes to regret and emotional abandonment, okay? As you deal with this and face this head on, this person faces it within themselves. They're not two-faced. Some of you guys are just spiritually connected to a fire sign, or you have two options. You have an option of a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but it feels strongly a Gemini, and then you have an option of a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Both of them are soulmates, twin flames. Both, you can't make a wrong choice. The Gemini really loves you, and the Gemini rides, though, okay? The Gemini rides. The Gemini is so romantic. He's so sweet, okay? You just have a limiting way of looking at them, and you freak them out, and they freaked you out, okay? There was a lot of gossip. You guys were not focused on yourselves. You guys had a lot of stuff going on, blocking the two of you guys from seeing each other clearly. Damn, that's probably why that happened. All right, so then with this fire sign man, though, this fire sign man, he loves you so much. This fire sign man is very divine. This fire sign man, he has a divine connection with you. He's not letting you go. The both of them would really slit throats. I feel like the Gemini, he's going to calm down. You know what I mean? The Gemini is going to calm down, you know, because I feel like the fire sign man, he came first. There's something about him that he feels like he really seems like somebody who he doesn't really care. Like, but in the sense that he's going to come get you is what I'm hearing. He's the type of person, he will really pull up, but he's really dealing with a worthy fucking opponent, because this air sign man, if you give him the reins to fight, he's going to fight. So you're dealing with two dudes that are going to fuck shit up behind you. Because you got two dudes who love you, okay? And, you know, one dude, he's being infiltrated by somebody who the cycle has concluded. It's natural. Possibly even this person has passed on. But this person is carrying the burden. They're carrying a burden, and they're carrying this other person's, some of their burden. And so that's causing a blockage in this love connection. Jesus. Ooh. But somebody's getting rid of a false connection in your dynamic. Okay, I'm gonna ask Spirit what this false connection is. These are connections that don't expand. Okay, if these happen for you, these are connections that don't expand. These are connections that you might want to keep a journal of your thoughts and dreams and other epiphanies about. These are connections that no matter how hard you try, they don't expand. Okay, that you feel like you need to be someone who you're not, from a different galaxy, in order to make these connections work. And this is how you genuinely feel, because you're very pure, and human beings always want to connect with one another, okay? These are connections that serve as a test of will. You guys are getting rid of these connections, okay? And you have to remain in a high vibration to show the world how bright you shine. Like, why do we have to do that? That's so karmic and toxic and dumb, right? So, no, you guys are cutting out these motherfuckers. So now you can pay attention to the fact that you got two dudes that would deadass fight. They're deadass fighting right now. They're fighting in the ethers about you right now. They're fighting in the ethers. Their higher selves are fighting behind your ass right now, Pisces. Yes. 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 Okay? Yes. Some of you guys, it's like you got three different dudes. Everybody's in love with you, Pisces. What the fuck? In the recent past, you had a transformation take place. Okay? There was an ending in your love life. Okay, what ended was some sort of work connection that was overburdensome. Let's go, okay? Something that you was working on, that it was the end of it. It was very natural to come to a conclusion of this. This feels spiritual as well, but it also feels like something you were working on, sort of a friendship or relationship, even neighbors, stuff like that. People who you work with, they just became overburdensome, and you guys shed them. You guys shed these people and stepped into your positive energy, okay? And this transformation occurred because these folks were trapping you. They were keeping you two trapped in their prison. And also you had your own mental prison too, that they were helping and facilitating in, but they were keeping you trapped in their prison and you were letting them, okay? And they were also keeping you stuck. These people were thwarting you, like when you would do stuff, they would thwart your energy and thwart your thoughts, thwart your opinions, and thwart your if you had a positive movement forward and you was like, oh, I'm gonna go work out, whatever. That's one example. These people would thwart you down. Oh no, you can't. Be careful, you mad, da da da. Mad, dumb, and annoying. And then they had a transformation in their life, okay? They had an ending take place in their life, and they learned a motherfucking lesson about disrespecting you, Pisces, 100%. They all went to school. They all passed, okay? But there was an ending to the way that things were and what it was. This is an ending to things not working out. Also, some of you guys, if somebody in your life was connected to drugs and stuff like that, and they used to move weight, they ended that. They walked away from it. It was just too much. Perhaps this Gemini, if he used to move weight, even this Aries, Leo, Sag, if he used to move weight, he stopped. If he used to do something kind of illegal underground, he stopped doing it because he was either arraigned by the authorities, especially this fire sign man, holy shit. He was arraigned by the authorities or he suffered loss and he's like, all right, you know what? That's so dead ass. No, this person here, they're, I don't know why this person is coming up so blunt. Perhaps you guys have air in your chart, okay? Or perhaps there's an air sign around you that's not a threat, but it's an air sign woman. She's not a threat though. Who it makes this person stay in their comfort zone. If you guys have air in your charts, you know, perhaps even the way you are, depending on where their air is, if it's your emotions, then it's how you make this person feel. If it's in your ego, your sun, then it's who you are. It makes this person feel like they're good enough. Like you just make this person feel good enough. And so if they used to do stuff crazy just to make money, just because if you were a crazy type of bitch, they would be doing crazy shit to get money for you. Because this Gemini is crazy. Okay? This Gemini, he also does the same things where, oh, okay, we need money. I'm gonna go buy that out. But he could end up in jail, but he doesn't want you to be stressed. A lot of you guys, you know, you got a fire sign there as well, you know, that this person, he has somebody in in his comfort zone. It's also you, right? And this person, he might be like thinking about slowing down or stop overworking, you know. And then this air sign, he's thinking about following his heart, stop committing crimes. Okay. All right. But you guys was going through a transformation where you was working on your alliances and working on getting recognition. A lot of you guys were dealing with folks in just any area of your life. They were not recognizing you. They were not recognizing you. They refused. I feel like you guys reopened a bully wound or trauma wound of feeling not good enough. If you guys were bullied before, you might have felt like these niggas was right. You were dealing with a lot of trauma. You already had this trauma inside of you, and then it just reopened it. This experience reopened some trauma that was inside of you, okay? So you guys, somebody was working against you in the distant past. You had a lot of fake connections, a lot of people bringing in fear and blocking your trust and faith in the unknown. And they were doing this through going through crises, causing crises in your life, going through their own crises, bringing you inside of it, thwarting your protection. You know, basically your divine masculine, divine father energy is very protective over you. And they would cross into it, try to be that. From what your guardian angels are worried about you, right? How can that fucking happen? How can your guardian angels be worried about you? Unless you're super fucking karmic, right? But even at that, your guardian angels are only worried about you because you're around people that are taking this person away from, taking you away from the guardian angel, which is probably that person in front of your face telling you that your guardian angel is worried about you. It might could be, it might not be, right? But ultimately, these are people who take you out of your authority and try to tell you what to do, okay? And you guys were being blocked by fear and also by people working in people who had unseen hands. And they were bringing about so much anxiety. They were working against you. There was people working against you in your love life. You might have had an overprotective father or even mother who always crossed your boundaries, and it caused you to not have trust and faith in the unknown. Something happened that's scary, but you have a hard time trusting in it because you can't see how that was protection. But if you ground down, you'll understand why that's protection. What's the new beginning here? And I feel like this was given to you in the distant past, and the new beginning was a harsh truth. Some of you guys got a harsh truth. Some of you guys, the new beginning that you got was confronting a harsh truth about yourself, some sort of lies that someone was telling you, okay? And how did you confront this? Some of you guys cut ties with conflict-ridden connections because they brought you a lot of fear about your connection. These people were trying to thwart your comfort zone. These people were plotting on your emperor. If you have a divine masculine, they were plotting on this person for whatever he has. If you have a strong home, whatever, they were plotting on it. Okay, Jesus. A lot of you guys, what it is you're crazy. You're not crazy. Okay, there's somebody around you who they get away with doing fucked up things because they just make you feel crazy, and you guys stop letting people do that. So somebody who was causing fear in your life, they were exposed. And this person was exposed because they were thwarting you from receiving. You work so hard on stuff and then they were blocking it. They were trying to take your investments. You sit there and fucking plant shit all day long and they're trying to take it away because they're depressed and they need to confront their fucking abandonment wounds. And they're trying to do that because they want to cause depression. These folks also have, they believe in emotional lies. They believe things about love that's a lie. And they will not move on from it and connect to God and come out of that fearful paradigm. They're trying to lock you up inside of it. They were trying to tell you that your person was trash and da-da-da-da-da. This person was also trying to tell you that this person didn't love you. They might have been trying to tell you about a group of men, of a certain skin complexion that are trash bags. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, those men only deal with them like trash because they're trash. And that's it. Because you probably dealt with a lot of those types of men and they don't treat you that way, okay? Because you don't disrespect them and use them for recognition, like they can't fucking tell, like they're not just as emotional and as divine as you, because they're low-key in a certain way, your counterparts. They are. So obviously, they could tell when bitches are being fake because you can't stand them. Very same sluts are the very same sluts you can't stand. So what are the odds that that's not the same thing? Period. I don't care. My mother was married to a black man her whole life. She's only dated black men. She's been married to him for 30 something years, and that's a happy marriage over there. So shut the fuck up. That's bullshit. Okay, you're just a trashy slut with a dirty vagina, and you bring bad news, and you're a covert narcissist. Okay, you're a narcissist. You need to deal with your shit. That's why she's getting devoured right now. I'm tired of it. You guys, you had somebody in your love life that was a hidden enemy. They were trying to thwart you from feeling secure in yourself and secure in your relationship and causing insecurities between you and your divine masculine. So, your divine masculine, even ethnicity, this person was trying to make you feel like, oh, people from your race, the men from your race are trash. Or, so, maybe you had somebody in particular who was like that. And that's for someone in particular. This is general reading. But in reality, she's just a dumb, dirty slut who she deals with dudes that don't love her because she's unlovable. And instead of dealing with the fact that she behaves unlovable, so people don't love her, so just behave like you're lovable and know that you are, so people could love you because people want to love you. She wants to sit there and keep on being she's a narcissist. It's childish when you really unplug and dissect the narcissistic body and the narcissistic mindset and all that extra stuff. You realize that they're just little children. They're just little girls and boys, okay? They're little sad girls and boys. And they could just ask for help, but they just choose to be annoying. They choose to go about this certain way because they don't want to be vulnerable and show a vulnerable side of themselves and even show that they're wrong. They also have a core wound. And that's the main thing. They have a core wound of shame. And for a lot of you guys went through a transformation where you cut out connections where these people had a core wound of shame and they didn't want to deal with their core shame wound. They wanted to project it onto you. That's how they were thwarting you from being confident and seeing that you had the victory and from trusting in the unknown. Somebody was thwarting your trust in the unknown. That's like a two-faced friend. You had all of this stuff. Whenever this was something that was all going on in the past, Pisces. Just so much jealous bitches working against work. It's so exhausting. It's like all I am. It's like when you just have a pretty face, it's like that's all you need to just have a devastating life because you want friends and you're pretty. And that's disgusting. But that's why those bitches end up in vans, in the back of trucks, in the trunk of cars. You know what I'm saying? That's why they end up over there. They didn't want to deal with the fact that they look like a Muppet and realize like, yo, it's okay to look like a Muppet. It's fine. I look like a monkey. You look like a Muppet. Fuck it. It's okay. We could be pretty monkeys and Muppets. But instead, she wants to sit there and hate on you and project her insecurities onto you. So she gets devastation. Oh my God. You guys, your trust and faith and love was thwarted. And I'm telling you right now, it's by these bitter bitches that they don't have love in their life. They can't get a man to stick around. I can't shake these dudes off. I have to go outside looking a certain way because I don't want to catch someone's son and never lose him again. Okay? Unless I'm going out and I'm trying to dress up and I'm wild for the night, and that fuck being polite, and that's your problem, okay? But ultimately, it's so easy to keep a man. So how you doing love readings? You don't got a man in your life. No offense. And you can't hold on to him. It's not like you guys are not having the normal issues that you normally have when you have fake bitches around you, or when you have a lot of stress and karmic energy around you, then you're having those fights. That's natural. But how come you can't? How come he gets up and leaves? The easiest thing, the hardest thing to get rid of in the world is a man. That's the hardest person to get rid of, is a man, even when he's trash. So how come he's running away from you? That's bullshit. You guys wake up. Those women are narcissistic and they just got a camera and a little bit of money. Somebody took mercy on them and gave them a damn job. And then they're out here spreading bullshit. Tired of it. So with these hidden enemies in the past, you had a lot of hidden enemies. You don't have enough information. They just split you up. Questioning, I don't know, is this coming in? Of course it's coming in. Of course it's coming in for you. It's coming in. It's coming in. It is. Yes. That's the only answer you're going to hear from me forever. That's all you've ever heard from me from the start, idiots. Of course it's coming in. You're the only one blocking it, you motherfucker. That's it. So when it comes to this stuff from the past here, there wasn't enough information. So you just stayed observant and you were patient. And now you can see. Now you're understanding. I feel like you guys are still waiting to get the full truth about this, right? And you're just like, I want to know. You just need to trust yourself, because that's how they came in. In this situation, you are the teacher. You're the one who knows better. But these people, they were thwarting you from saying, oh yeah, you don't, well, because you don't know everything, it could be really bad. That's what they were doing to you. Instead of being like, oh yeah, you don't know everything, but it could be better than what you think. In fact, most times it is better than what you think. But that narcissist, they can't get their supply from you if they're telling you the truth. So they try to devastate you and they try to make you feel like you're not the teacher. They are. Fuck out of here. You had people around you that you trusted them to guide you through a scary time, or you trusted them when it was a scary time in your relationship. You trusted them when you were confused and elusive about love. You trusted these women, when you liked the boy when you was little and you told them you liked the boy. You trusted them to not go and tell him your secrets and go and try to get with him anyways. You dealt with all those types of bitches and they all jitter, okay? And if they are mad that I say jitterbug, a jitterbug, a jitterbug, a jitterbug. They get mad when I sing about that song. But at the same time, it's like, honey, you should be jittering. You was fucking around with me. You should be jittering. You were being fake as fuck. Of course they're scared. You know how many connections they split up from a young age? Just, I'm 7. And he's 9 and she's 8 and he likes her and I know, but I'm just jealous. I'm gonna split them up. And she thought she never got away with it because she never broke out of that bad habit. So now she jitters, so she can't reach out in her phone and text her friend and tell her friend that this boy said this about her when that didn't happen. She can't do that anymore because everybody's gonna know she was at the hospital getting her treatments for chemo and her AIDS medication, and she's also been jittering. She's too jittery to go out this weekend. It's on set right now. So she for like 2 months now, So actually she doesn't have the rundown on your person. You know what I mean? She doesn't actually know what's going on, what the stitches in your love connection is anymore. Okay, so she could sit home and deal with the fact that she's a raging, jealous, psychotic bitch. Okay, jealous ass bitch. You guys had a lot of you guys had so many people thwarting you. Oh my God. And when I talk about it, everybody laughs. It's funny when I say thwart. I love that word, and I've always used that word when I was little because it's true, honey. It is so true. They didn't stop thwarting niggas in the 80s and in the 1800s and the 1700s. They kept on doing it, bro. And it's just as funny now as it was back then. But it's like, no, when you deal with these bitches that thwart you and stuff, you're just sitting here, you're in your 20s and 30s, and you're wondering what the fuck, and you just had a bunch of friends that lied to you. That's all. And then sometimes you got bitter and you lied, but most of you guys didn't even do that. Most of you guys didn't get bitter and lie. That's why you got the chance to go through this transformation. It was mad peaceful for you, and these bitches still jitter, and it's because you didn't fucking thwart nobody. They're fucking liars, and they need to go out of your life so you're not traumatized watching them jitter up, because that's what they deserve. Okay? You're not dealing with somebody who's so jittery and scared. because they fucked you over, and now they're lying about it, and now they're dealing with the consequences of their lives. Tired of it. So right now, you guys have a new beginning in love. Oh my God, that's so good. That's what you guys are thinking about. That's what you guys are gonna be thinking about until I do this reading next, which you're gonna be seeing these every few days. I'm hearing every 4 days. You guys are gonna get these readings for yourself, and then you're also gonna get the bi-weeklies, the weekly love readings. I want to go back to doing the soulmate readings. I'm just creative right now. I'm making my stuff. I don't care. I'm ahead of schedule. You know what I'm saying? I got all my work done. So I'm just doing my nice stuff, and I might do the soulmate readings and stuff like that. And I'm definitely working on the messages from your person readings. Those are coming out. Come on now. Of course. Of course. I'm still a Libra. I just had to get rid of the Cancer. Fuck out of here. Get away from me. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm not picking up on that energy, and I don't want that energy far away from me. I don't care. I don't want that shit in my business. I don't want that shit on my YouTube channel. That's Cancer. It's gonna kill my YouTube channel. So do chemo. Remove it. Oh, it's benign. No, it's not. No, it is benign. Get rid of it though, before it could even turn into anything else. Because sometimes malignant tumors, they turn benign. Okay. Some of you guys, maybe somebody who had a benign tumor, it turned malignant. Maybe this person who was thwarting you in the past, right, blocking your wish fulfillment, through being a bully, through using energy. And that's from your guardian angel. That woman was a witch, but that's why she loved flowers. But you loved it too. She just didn't know that you were a witch too. She's an idiot. But anyways, and notice how when you got into flowers, and she started dying because you're a witch too. Okay? And she should have just told you that you were a witch instead of trying to thwart you. Like, she's not an old lady crying about her mommy. And that's why her mommy died when she was so young, and she had to struggle because she's a dark, bitter bitch that would fuck over a little girl. That's why. That's why her mommy died. Okay? Don't worry about it. If you're not a fucked up person, you gotta worry about your mommy dying. Okay? But you guys, you got this new beginning in love. And let's get back to it. And what is this new beginning in love? Okay, what is it around? It's around a lack of support and realizing who or what was blocking you from having support. And the support of the universe and the support of the sun, and what it is are these negative connections that don't amplify positive energy. They take away from it. They see that you're positive, and then they try to thwart it. And that's all that lady was doing. That's all she would do. And then she ended up playing herself. And so did her daughter. Her daughter's currently playing herself. Okay? That's all she really did. I don't really care. I still really like that lady. I still really do. But I still really care for her. And I still miss her. I still do. I'm not going to deny who the person was in front of my face before she died. That's it. And that's why I'm comfortable with death. Because I already know who the fucking person is. The person who I'm dealing with, they're trash, right? They refuse to change. Then God is going to clip them eventually because they're causing a lot of commotion around them. And sometimes niggas need to sleep. So sometimes you need to get rid of this person. Okay? And that's that. And then thwart them down, thwart everybody's finances down and everything, then, and freeze assets and stuff in a shitty home. So here's the thing: it's a shit home, you guys. There's shit everywhere in the home. So it's disgusting. I mean, come on. She's not there to clean up after them anymore. They're disgusting little girls. So you guys have a new beginning in love because you guys have cleared out a block of support. You guys are also withdrawing your support from certain folks, and you withdrawing your support from certain people. Oh my God, Pisces, you guys withdrawing your support because these people here, they devalued you. They already they blocked you from seeing your worth. So you guys withdrawing your support. These folks here are realizing who the nurturer was. They're also being exposed as fucked up. As you guys withdraw your support from whoever these people are, everybody around them that used to nurture them is stepping back too. That's crazy. As you're like, it's kind of like those girls, right? As you're like taking a step back, you're like, right? Everybody else is like, oh snap, and they're taking a step back too. So why are you focused on a new beginning? And this is loving yourself and letting, like, this is so unique. It's so hard for you. You've never done this before, and that's why you've always dealt with negativity like that, and you've always taken it so much to heart, and so personally. It's like you've never just accepted yourself. Okay, maybe you have. I'm not trying to be insulting. I know that there's always going to be a narcissist and a psychopath that's going to take me the wrong way, and that's fine. You're free to take me the wrong way in the comments, hun. Thank you. But and come personally for me. Like, I don't know your name, your full name, Courtney Metcalf. So, this is somebody who you guys looked to others to bring you positive happiness and positive energy when you guys already were it. And you guys probably even felt more positive away from certain people than you felt with people. But I feel like you guys also deal with bad connections because you feel like, well, I want people around me. You know what I mean? I don't want to be alone. Okay. And you guys are going to finally make up your mind and make your decision about that. And when you make a decision about this, then universe can bring this in, because you guys, it's like you're not admitting something to yourself that's causing frustration and lack in your life. And what it is that you don't want to be alone. A lot of you guys, you already know what the lack of support is. It has to do with the decision that you're currently making, that you're standing on top of. Okay? You're making a courageous decision that will bring about a new beginning in love in your life that was blocked because you weren't admitting this. And it was blocked by someone who's trying to keep you outside of your heart. Okay? It was blocked by hurt feelings and depression. I'm hearing bipolar disorder. So some of you guys are bipolar. Some of you guys, whoever, and you know how I feel about mental illness and personality. The minute you just step into it and say, this is my personality disorder, this is my mental illness, whatever you want to call it, you're fine. You didn't give yourself bipolar disorder. But it's like when you don't go and get that help and you're devastating everybody around you, it's like, come on. Come on. Don't you give a fuck about these niggas? They fucking love you. You're devastating them. Come on, because you're bipolar and a sociopath and a dirty slut. Because that comes, when you're bipolar, you cannot help yourself. You need to fuck everything. And it's just like, that's the truth. So go get medication so you can figure out who you are and be. And so it's, and if, you know what I'm saying? It's not so you can manipulate everybody else saying you're bipolar. It's so that you could just understand, right? That it's like, come on. You're bipolar. I'm autistic. If I was fully autistic, before I knew I was autistic, I was a nightmare. I was a nightmare. A nightmare. Because I didn't even know what I was going through. I would just be fucking everything up. Literally, I cannot tell you about it. Autism is something somebody else needs to study it, because I cannot tell you about it. It's my experience. It's my world. And then, I'm here. I could never explain it. It's so fucking strange. And it's strange when it's going on. And it's strange. But it's like, if I didn't know, I'd be devastating folks. Come on. And then I would get devastation because that's what I deserve, because I should have been at the therapist's office, which I was. Okay? So you guys, this is so weird. It's like, oh my God, it's a new beginning in love. But it's a new beginning in realizing what was blocking support. And what it was a fire sign person and an earth sign woman that's very insecure, and a fire sign person that's not that insecure, okay? She's just a person. But this person here, they might split you up, okay? Ultimately, though, you need to remember this part of yourself that's positive and passionate. And then there's another part of yourself that hasn't really been fully nurtured by the world around you, okay? The world that you're in does not nurture your body and who you are, okay? And so you might have a new beginning in love, and even your finances. So you might have a new beginning in love because you're following your heart and you want more out of life. So you're getting out of a situation. You're moving away from certain folks that don't support you. You're moving away from a region and a group of individuals that blocked your good fortune. They blocked your new phase in love, okay? And it's a new beginning in love and embracing yourself fully, okay? And understanding that certain people, when people take happiness away from you, they're like that girl who only has rude things to say about what you do and what you work on, that you put out there. It's really hard to put out stuff that you work on creatively. She's been laying in bed for 6 years. She's doing nothing with her life. She's pretending to take classes at Harvard and stuff. You know what I mean? She's pretending like anybody wants her to work. She's pretending like she's crying about how her boss isn't really spending time mentoring her when she's not a student. That boss thought she was getting somebody better than you, and then she was disappointed. Just like how you were disappointed, she was disappointed too in the fact that she trusted you and hired you and you were trash, okay? But you lied about it to everybody else. That's who you were dealing with. You were dealing with a narcissist that could make harsh comments about who you are. And that's what you need to be careful about. Be careful about people who can make the most harshest comments about you. And they can't say the same thing about themselves. Okay? I don't care. If somebody could rip into themselves, even if they're saying mean things about you and they're ripping into themselves, that's not a narcissist. That's somebody going through a hard time. That's somebody who needs to learn how to speak better, right? But that's somebody that they're gonna have an awakening. They're gonna realize, and I've seen it happen more than once, you guys. I've seen it happen more. It's possible. That's just somebody who they're dealing with, whatever they're dealing with. Now, when somebody cannot admit that, they could sit there and eviscerate you. Like this girl, I used to dance. Oh my God, this girl at the strip club. Oof. She's probably living a devastating life, but every time I would come in, she would just bring the energy down. She would make it a point to try to just ruin my mood. That was her point. And then one day she found out on Instagram that her boyfriend was sleeping with his ex. He was fucking around. But the whole time she was telling me how my boyfriend was fucking around. The whole time she was talking about how my boyfriend was cheating on me. But I didn't find another woman in his phone. And she found several other women in his phone. She's saying, oh, because your boyfriend doesn't pay your bills, right? But her boyfriend, I don't know if he was paying her bills because we both at the same strip club. So I don't know how many bills he's paying for you, honey. And then also, you know, you have a terrible fucking attitude. So I doubt anybody wants to pay for that, because it's anybody who takes care of people, like, they don't take care of people who are rude and people who bring them. If you bring people down, they don't want to take care of you. Okay. If you're a negative person and you bring people down and they take care of you, you're probably dying. You probably have a disease and you're going to die. Okay. That's it. Nobody takes care of people that are that mean. Nobody. Why should anybody support you? You're not nurturing or giving or supportive. You don't water the home. You bring disease. You're sick, and you refuse to heal and self heal like every woman can. You refuse to rejuvenate your sacral chakra. Every woman goes through sacral chakra fucking violation and trauma. Every woman has sacral chakra trauma. You have to revitalize it. You have to rebirth it. It's Scorpio energy. You have to rebirth it. You have to do it. That bitch should have did it. She wasn't doing it. So what happened? Her boyfriend cheated on her. I was staying in my penthouse hotel. It wasn't a perfect experience, but I was grateful that I could even swing it. You know, I'm like, wow, I can't believe I'm swinging this. You know? And I was sitting in my penthouse hotel. My boyfriend was texting me just fine. And I didn't discover another woman. There's no other woman calling me and telling me about my boyfriend, you know? But, you know, she's getting all of that. So, and I'm wondering, honey, was it you that you were talking about when you would be complaining at the strip club, telling me how I should break up with my boyfriend? Like, did you think that if I broke up with him, you would get to talk to him and get to date him? Like, are you slow? But that's a girl who's bipolar. That's a girl who makes up stories about her childhood and stuff, and who's bipolar. She's just sick emotionally and mentally. That's it. You know? And imagine, oh, well, what if I believed her? He would never want her, okay? Because if he's dating me, then he doesn't want you, honey. He would tell me that actually, you know, I can't see her clear. And she's actually not. He would probably just pull me aside later and then just be mad protective over me and her. And then eventually somehow she would just fade out of my life. And I'd be like, oh, remember such and such? He'd be like, yeah. And go back to reading the paper and stuff. Like, but that's what you guys, you have a new beginning in love, because you guys are going to start to support yourself, and you guys are getting rid of unsupportive connections. Right? And connections that block you from seeing that everything is perfect. Connections that thwart your intuition. Connections that thwart your and people, friends, emotions, that thwart your divinity and thwart your divine feminine energy, man. Cut those bitches out of your life. They're vapid. Notice how when you leave your house, you deal with all this extra bullshit. And then when you go back in your house and close the door, it's fine. Right? Before you open the door and deal with other people, everything's fine. But once you start dealing with them, you're wrong in this way, you're bad like this, and you're bad like this, or you're bad like that, bad like this, bad like, all of a sudden all these things are wrong with you when you get around another person. But when you're all alone, you're just fine, right? And then when you come around certain folks, there's nothing wrong, and those folks can be all alone just fine too, right? But then certain folks who can never be alone, they have a million things to say about you. Those are the narcissists, and that's why their life fate. And look at them. Do they have anything going for themselves? Do they have anything going for themselves nearly as good as you? No. They need to focus on themselves. And also, that's somebody who, you know, they don't deal with the fact that they feel alone and go and seek higher wisdom from feeling alone. They just sit there and feel alone and then try to devastate you because you don't. So they get devastation. So more from the Oracle cards about this new beginning in love energy. And listen, you're going through a necessary transformation at this time of transition, okay? So allow it to occur. This is a new beginning in letting people go, letting things go, letting situations go. It is very necessary, and it is a transition. You're in the transitionary process of it. And that's why you could doubt your intuition and stuff like that. Just trust yourself. You're just in the transition. And everything is all right, at least they need to know the outcome, okay? So you guys are having also a new beginning in love and being happy because you're not thinking about, because I feel like dealing with these types of folks, it's like, oh, what's going to happen in the end? You don't need to know that, okay? You don't need to know that. That's just the ending is always good until a narcissist gets hold over the ending and thinks that they're going to decide the ending for everybody else. The ending is always good. You know what I mean? Until a narcissist gets involved. I promise you. Life is good. There's just too many narcissists because too many people take vaccines. Too many people, take birth control. Too many people have too many medications to save their life when their life was not supposed to be saved. Okay? Their life was not supposed to be saved. All right? If you had to go through all that to give birth to that child, then that's a child that's going to be a problem child your whole life. Whether it's because financially, because the kid's always sick, or emotionally, energetically, because the kid's always angry, emotionally, because the kid's bipolar or something. Like, you did a lot to have that kid. you went through a lot of chaos to give birth to that child, and that child is chaotic. Okay? Because that's what God was trying to tell you. No need for all the ruckus, hon. You don't need to be like her and him and feel devastated because you don't have what she has. All right? That needs to heal. So you're going through a necessary transition. And like I said, the readings are general, okay? For entertainment purposes only. Especially here on the YT. You can get a private reading. If you want to get a reading that resonates specifically for you, get a private reading. Just come get one. But if not, then that's fine. But just don't freak out. Relax. But if you want to freak out, then go ahead. Fuck you. Dead ass. Oh, you can't do it that way. That's the type of person. But that's the kind of bitch she's got an STI. Shut up. If you've ever had an STI, you don't have the right to tell anybody how to do things. Okay? If you've ever had an STI, you cannot tell people how to do things. Just, listen, you can smell it. Because I'm in the lab with it. Come on now. Come on now. You could smell it. You could tell when somebody walks in, a girl who got chlamydia. It was like, girl, when I was talking to her, I almost knew she was going to say that she got chlamydia from that incident. But she wanted to snitch on us and give the school all my information down to my ancestors' burial grounds. So she could stay in a school where the next semester she went out to dinner and got raped. She woke up the next day drugged with chlamydia and God knows what else inside of her. But I don't care. She thwarted me. I don't care. She worked with bitches I couldn't stand to fuck me over. She didn't even know I wanted to get fucked over. So because of that, she could fucking drop that girl like that. That's why she got gang raped at that frat. And that's what happens. All those girls would get gang because they would get drugged and wake up. And they would know that a penis went inside of them. And they would get confirmation when they went to the health center and they had a virus as well. And that's that. And they deserve that because they got raped at that frat. And they had AIDS. Those boys had AIDS. And they were probably pissed off because some girl gave it to them. Okay? They were pissed off because some girl gave it to them. Perhaps somebody who lied. They were also pissed off because, they were somebody put a burden on them. Okay? Some girl lied to them that they trusted. And probably one of those girls in the group. So then they just raped the whole group and they just left me alone. I didn't go out with them and I wasn't small like that. And also, listen, I'm not a trashy girl. If I had a virus, I would just say I have a virus. I'm okay with being alone and being left alone that night. It's not that serious to me to be included in stuff. I swear to God, it's not that serious. It's really not that serious. So it's like, listen, I'll tell you if I have it. But that's why nobody ever got anything from me, okay? I practice safe sex. And they need to know how to do that, okay? And they didn't do that. So they're mad. But then that's what happens. But here's the thing. When you got the girl who's old, I'm old as fuck in that group. Old as fuck. I'm a crone in that group. With the walking stick and one blind eye. Like, I know, I see And when I close my eyes, it shivers, and then the wind comes in, and I get prophetic downloads. Like, come on now. I could have told you that those dudes had those diseases and that they were gonna violate you, right? But they didn't want to listen. All those girls, all those boys have diseases. Yes, that's why they were so dark and decrepit to be around. And they didn't like you because you kept on trying to fuck their boyfriends. But then they let you because they know that their boyfriends have viruses. Good, that's what you get for trying to be a third party. And that little girl who sat there and betrayed me to the police officers, good. So why don't you go betray them now? Why don't you go and snitch on them? Why'd you leave the school after they raped you? How come you didn't leave the school with your so-called sorority sisters? How come you didn't leave the school with the other girls who you were trying to be a part of our group? How come you didn't leave the school with us? How come you threw us under the bus so you could stay and go hang out with our friends? Because they've never done that to me. I've never woken up drugged out at that frat, and I've had lots of drinks at that frat. Okay? And I've never woken up drugged up. I've never woken up feeling like anything was missing or anything was weird. That never happened to me, hon. Okay? And I can show you how that never happened. But if you're gonna sit there and snitch on me and try to fuck me over to try to take my friends from me, you're dumb. All those girls got violated after I left, bro. My parents pulled up and put my stuff in the boot. We drove off and everybody got violated right after. I don't care. Because you came into my group of friends. They're my friends. At the end of the day, they're my friends. They're my friends. I paid. I was the one who spent $700 a semester. Okay? You guys, I don't know what the fuck you're doing here. All right? I paid. I did. Not you. I actually gave a fuck. I gave up stuff. Fine with it. Not you. And that happening to them ensured that justice proceeded to be served. Because they needed that. They needed to be violated sexually to understand what they did to me. They violated me sexually. If I had my legs open, it would have been the same thing. Okay? So then they deserve sexual violation. Period. They created them. I never talked to them. First of all, I feel like that's the quickest way to get violated is when you talk to ass niggas to violate other bitches. What the fuck is wrong with you? So why the fuck would I ever? Who plots that unless you're dumb and karmic and have a virus in your vagina that makes you feel like your life is over, right? Only somebody who feels like they have nothing to lose would ever plot something like that. So that's clear. That's another sign that you have a virus. Another sign that you have a virus is when I do a reading on you and I give you an accurate reading and you gaslight me, Nicole, right? Because I know you're watching this, even though you're a Scorpio. You should be dead right now. But, so that's another thing is when you I'd give her a reading and tell her that she's going to get some devastating news from a doctor, right? She already got it. And then she's sitting there gaslighting me and then she's throwing up all night long. She thought she was going to drive home. Honey, you're going to throw up and realize you're a dumbass because you tried to fuck up my solar plexus chakra just now. So your solar plexus chakra is going to get fucked up instead. Because that was the first, and you know those people you do readings for that is kind of wrong? They're just liars. You're right. You're right. They're just liars. I promise you. They're just lying to you and gaslighting you. That's like that girl, Nicole. She would come by every day and come get a reading and lie about it and think that nothing was going to happen to her. And then when she got gang raped again. Again? Yup. That's what happens when you keep on coming near me to thwart me down, stupid slut. Stay away from me. Okay? That's why you threw up all night in Teresa's bathroom after Thanksgiving. Everybody ate the same amount of food. We drank the same amount of alcohol, right? Everybody got home safe, but Nicole, she was throwing up in the bathroom after a reading that she lied about, okay? And even Sandra let me be in her room, and she doesn't even like tarot cards. She doesn't like readings, okay? So that's what it is. Stop lying, and then you'll stop catching viruses from dudes that lie to you too. And I don't know how you can't see. How can't you see that it's the same coin? It's just two faces. Okay? You have two faces. You're dealing with your other face with that guy. You just forget how your other face looks because you're a narcissist and don't want to admit that you're a bad person. So you get more viruses. Okay? Like, period. Stupid. So here we go. Messages about love. Messages from the love angels. Okay? For Pisces. Messages about love and your love life. Passion is coming to you. My magnetic seductive quality surrounds you at this point. Enjoy it, right? You guys got a lot of passion. Doesn't matter if you're single or coupled. If you're single and you step out, you're gonna meet somebody who's got a lot of passion for you. And it's not the kind of passion that's thwarted or thwarting of you. It's the kind of passion that's lit. Okay? It's good passion. And then we also have friendship. You have friendship available to you, okay? Now, nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. So you guys, you're going to start becoming more friends and nurturing your bonds of being friendly with one another. Sometimes it takes certain things happening in your life to become more of a friend with your partner. Sometimes you just need to be more of your partner's friend. And everybody's relationship goes in different stages, okay? Some people meet people, and in the very beginning they are friends, and then eventually it grows into love. And some people meet people, and some people meet people and it's they're friends, or they're they're passionate, they're lovers at first, and then they become friends. you know it just depends. You just got to be in your heart, in your own relationship, and stop asking your bitter friends about their advice, because they're just bitter. So what messages does spirit have for you? Ask spirit. Okay, partnership requires compromise, an open heart, an open mind, and a loving heart. Okay, and that's what spirit wants you to know. When you're in a partnership, it's not going to be, oh, I feel like I should stop. That's a narcissist. That's why that lady telling you that is single perpetually, and she's got the weirdest relationship, because she doesn't compromise. Okay, she's sick. She's like a 3-year-old little girl who can't admit that she's wrong. She's stuck at that age, and that poor man is just dealing with it. Okay, don't put your husband through that, or don't put your wife through that. Okay. He's giving advice, or she's giving advice that she doesn't need to be given. A partnership always requires compromise, an open heart, an open mind, and a loving heart. And that's what the oracle is saying, okay? And if you don't leave on your own, the universe will throw you out. So that's what you need to understand too. Some of you guys, you don't leave when situations call for you to leave. You don't leave when things are really bad and like you should, just because you're afraid or whatever, right? And so the universe is throwing you out of a situation, or has thrown you out of a situation, because you don't leave on your own. So let the universe throw you out. Okay. And then we also have the universe is communicating to you through signs and synchronicities. Know what you're doing or thinking about when they appear. Okay. So the universe is communicating to you. You never have to stop being who you are. Okay. You're just around folks that are thwarters, they're gaslighters, and they're about to get a virus. They're about to get a virus and die. All right, you guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for being here, Pisces. Much love to you all. I don't think the energy oracle wants to come forward. All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye bye.